Echoes of the Unseen. In the small, secluded town of Ravenswood, nestled deep within the mist-shrouded forests of the Pacific Northwest, there whispered tales of an ancient evil that lurked in the shadows. Stories passed down through generations spoke of a presence so malevolent, it seemed to taint the very air with its maleficent essence. The legend began centuries ago when the land was inhabited by the indigenous Salish people. They spoke of a powerful shaman who sought to protect his people from the dark forces that roamed the forests. With rituals and incantations, he sealed away the darkness, binding it to the roots of a gnarled oak tree, deep within the heart of the woods. But over time, as the memory of the shaman and his rituals faded into obscurity, the seal weakened and the evil stirred once more. It whispered to those with troubled souls, promising power and riches beyond imagining in exchange for their allegiance. Fast forward to the present day, where whispers of strange occurrences began to circulate among the townsfolk of Ravenswood. Unexplained disappearances, eerie sightings in the dead of night, and a palpable sense of dread that hung heavy in the air. Among those affected was Sarah Thompson, a young woman plagued by nightmares that seemed to seep into her waking hours. Each night she would find herself standing before the ancient oak tree in the forest, its twisted branches reaching out like skeletal fingers towards the heavens. Desperate for answers, Sarah sought the help of Dr. Jonathan Reed, a renowned parapsychologist known for his expertise in the occult. Together they delved into the town's dark history, uncovering long-buried secrets and forbidden knowledge that should have remained hidden. As they ventured deeper into the heart of darkness, they discovered that the evil that haunted Ravenswood was far more than just a legend. It was a sentient force, feeding off the fear and suffering of the townsfolk, growing stronger with each passing day. With time running out and the town on the brink of destruction, Sarah and Dr. Reed embarked on a perilous journey to confront the source of the evil once and for all. Guided by the echoes of the unseen, they faced unimaginable horrors and battled against forces beyond their comprehension. But as they stood before the ancient oak tree, their final confrontation with the darkness that threatened to consume them, they realized that the true power lay not in fighting the evil, but in confronting their own inner demons. In the end, it was Sarah's courage and resilience that saved Ravenswood from utter destruction. With the help of Dr. Reed and the lingering echoes of the unseen, she banished the darkness back to the depths from whence it came, sealing the oak tree once more and restoring peace to the town. But as Sarah gazed out into the forest, she couldn't shake the feeling that the darkness had not been vanquished entirely. For in the depths of the woods, amidst the whispering shadows, the echoes of the unseen still lingered, waiting for the day when they would rise again. Shadowed possession. In the heart of New Orleans, where the humid air hangs heavy with the scent of magnolias and mystery, there stood a grand mansion known as Blackwood Manor. It was a place whispered about in hushed tones, its dark history shrouded in secrecy and speculation. The mansion had been built by the enigmatic Alexander Blackwood in the early 1800s, a wealthy plantation owner with a reputation for cruelty and eccentricity. Legend had it that Blackwood was obsessed with the occult, dabbling in dark rituals and forbidden magics in his quest for power and immortality. As the years passed, tales of strange occurrences at Blackwood Manor grew more frequent. Whispers of ghostly apparitions, eerie voices in the dead of night, and inexplicable shadows that seemed to move of their own accord. But it was not until the arrival of the Sinclair family that the true nature of the mansion's malevolence was revealed. James Sinclair, a wealthy entrepreneur, had purchased Blackwood Manor with dreams of restoring it to its former glory and turning it into a luxurious hotel. Unbeknownst to the Sinclairs, the mansion held a dark secret, a presence that had lain dormant for centuries, waiting for unsuspecting souls to awaken it from its slumber. From the moment they set foot inside Blackwood Manor, the Sinclairs felt a chill run down their spines, as if unseen eyes were watching their every move. Strange things began to happen. The sound of footsteps echoing through empty hallways, doors slamming shut of their own accord, and an oppressive feeling of dread that seemed to hang in the air like a suffocating fog. Their young daughter, Emily, was the first to feel the presence's icy grip. Night after night, she would wake screaming, her room bathed in shadows that seemed to writhe and twist with a life of their own. No amount of coaxing or comfort could ease her terror, and soon the entire family was consumed by fear. Desperate for answers, the Sinclairs sought the help of Father Michael, a priest known for his expertise in exorcism. But even he was unprepared for the horrors that awaited him within the walls of Blackwood Manor. As Father Michael delved deeper into the mansion's dark past, he uncovered a tale of betrayal and revenge that stretched back centuries. Alexander Blackwood, driven mad by his lust for power, had made a pact with a demonic entity known only as the Shadowed One, offering up his soul in exchange for eternal life. But the Shadowed One was a creature of pure malevolence, a being that thrived on suffering and despair. In exchange for Blackwood's soul, it had claimed dominion over Blackwood Manor, binding its dark essence to the very fabric of the building itself. Now, centuries later, the Shadowed One hungered for new souls to add to its collection, and the Sinclairs were its unwitting prey. With time running out and the darkness closing in around them, Father Michael and the Sinclairs faced a battle against forces beyond their comprehension. They confronted the Shadowed One in a final showdown that shook the foundations of Blackwood Manor to its core. In the end, it was the power of love and sacrifice that saved the Sinclairs from the clutches of the Shadowed One. With Emily's life hanging in the balance, James Sinclair offered up his own soul in exchange for his daughter's freedom, breaking the Shadowed One's hold on the mansion once and for all. As the first light of dawn broke over the horizon, Blackwood Manor lay silent and still, its dark secrets buried once more beneath layers of dust and time. But the shadows that had haunted its halls for centuries still lingered, a reminder of the darkness that lurked within the hearts of men. Haunting of the Hallowed. In the quiet town of Hallowed Hollow, nestled deep within the rolling hills of Appalachia, there stood an old, dilapidated mansion known as Hallowwood Manor. Once a grand estate, it had fallen in disrepair over the years, its weathered facade a testament to the passage of time. Legend had it that the mansion was cursed, haunted by the restless spirits of those who had met untimely deaths within its walls. Tales of tragic accidents, mysterious disappearances, and unexplained phenomena had long plagued the town, casting a shadow of fear over its inhabitants. Among those who dared to venture into the depths of Hallowwood Manor was Sarah Montgomery, a spirited young journalist with a penchant for uncovering the truth behind the town's darkest secrets. Intrigued by the stories surrounding the mansion, she embarked on a journey to unravel the mystery of its haunted past. As Sarah delved deeper into the history of Hallowwood Manor, she uncovered a tale of love and betrayal that spanned generations. It was said that the mansion had been built by the enigmatic Ezekiel Hollow, a wealthy landowner whose greed knew no bounds. Driven by his insatiable desire for wealth and power, Ezekiel had made a deal with the devil himself, selling his soul in exchange for the promise of eternal riches. But the devil is a cunning creature, and he demanded a steep price for his services, a price that Ezekiel was all too willing to pay. With each passing year, the curse of Hallowwood Manor grew stronger, its malevolent presence seeping into the very fabric of the town itself. Those who dared to cross its threshold were never seen again, their souls claimed by the darkness that lurked within its walls. Undeterred by the dangers that lay ahead, Sarah pressed on, determined to uncover the truth behind the curse of Hallowwood Manor. With the help of a local historian named Thomas Crane, she pieced together the fragments of a forgotten past, revealing a tale of love and loss that spanned centuries. But as Sarah and Thomas delved deeper into the mysteries of the mansion, they unwittingly awakened forces beyond their control. The spirits that haunted Hallowwood Manor were restless, their anguished cries echoing through the halls as they sought vengeance upon the living. As night fell over Hallowed Hollow, Sarah and Thomas found themselves trapped within the crumbling walls of Hallowwood Manor, surrounded by the vengeful spirits of the past. Desperate to escape, they raced against time to unravel the secrets of the curse before it was too late. But the curse of Hallowwood Manor was not so easily broken. and Sarah and Thomas soon found themselves locked in a battle for survival against the forces of darkness. With each passing moment, the mansion seemed to come alive, its walls shifting and twisting like the very depths of hell itself. In the end, it was Sarah's courage and determination that saved them from the clutches of the curse. With the help of Thomas and the lingering spirits of Hollowed Hollow, she confronted Ezekiel Hollow himself, banishing his restless soul to the depths of the abyss. As dawn broke over the horizon, Hollowwood Manor lay silent once more, its cursed halls empty of the spirits that had haunted them for so long. But as Sarah looked out over the town of Hollowed Hollow, she knew that the darkness that lurked within its depths would never truly be extinguished, a reminder of the price that had been paid for greed and ambition. Tormented souls. In the remote countryside of England, where misty moors stretch as far as the eye can see and ancient forests whisper secrets to the wind, there stood a grand estate known as Ravenscroft Manor. Its imposing stone walls and ivy-covered turrets cast a haunting silhouette against the moonlit sky, a testament to centuries of dark and twisted history. The land upon which Ravenscroft Manor stood had long been rumored to be cursed, a place where tormented souls wandered the earth in search of redemption. Legend had it that the estate was built upon the ruins of an ancient monastery, its foundations stained with the blood of those who had dared to defy the will of God. Among the many legends that surrounded Ravenscroft Manor was the tale of the Grey Lady, a spectral apparition said to roam the halls of the estate, her mournful wails echoing through the night. It was said that she was the restless spirit of Lady Eleanor Ravenscroft, a young bride who had met a tragic end on her wedding night. But the Grey Lady was not the only ghost that haunted Ravenscroft Manor. Over the centuries, countless souls had perished within its walls, their anguished cries lingering in the air like a curse upon the land. Into this cursed domain ventured Emily Carter, a young woman with a troubled past and a restless spirit of her own. Drawn to Ravenscroft Manor by a sense of inexplicable longing, she soon found herself ensnared in a web of darkness and despair. As Emily explored the labyrinthine corridors of Ravenscroft Manor, she discovered clues to its dark and twisted past. Tales of madness and murder, betrayal and revenge, whispered secrets that had long been buried beneath layers of dust and decay. But the deeper Emily delved into the mysteries of Ravenscroft Manor, the more she realized that the true horror lay not in the ghosts that haunted its halls, but in the darkness that lurked within the human heart. For Ravenscroft Manor was not just a house of ghosts, but a prison for tormented souls, trapped between the realms of the living and the dead. And as Emily uncovered the truth behind the curse that bound them, she found herself drawn into a battle for her very soul. With each passing day, the darkness grew stronger, its tendrils reaching out to ensnare Emily in its grip. But she refused to surrender to the despair that threatened to consume her, drawing upon a strength she never knew she possessed. In the end, it was Emily's courage and determination that broke the curse of Ravenscroft Manor, freeing the tormented souls trapped within its walls and allowing them to find peace at last. As dawn broke over the horizon, Ravenscroft Manor stood silent and still, its haunted halls empty of the ghosts that had once haunted them. And as Emily walked away from the cursed estate, she knew that while the scars of its dark past would never truly heal, the tormented souls that had found solace within its walls would never be forgotten.